Am I the butthole for calling my boyfriend a hypocrite when he told me to stop spending so much time on my crocheting? Just wanted to apologize for any spelling mistakes that are being pointed out. English is not my mother tongue. I will correct the spelling mistake. Thank you. Yes, I know this sounds ridiculous, but he's fuming with me at the moment and I can't get through to him. Okay, well, I crochet a lot, like a lot. It's my hobby and helps me deal with my really bad anxiety. My partner doesn't like that I do it so much. Just to set some background, I work full-time, and when I'm not working I make sure to clean up our house, make some dinner, and ensure the dog has had a walk, just general household upkeep before I sit down on the sofa and crochet. When my boyfriend came up to me today and said that he's unhappy with how much time I spend crocheting, I'm not going to lie, I laughed a bit, and basically said, "You spend more time playing games in one day than I do crocheting in a week." He really did not like that answer. I told him that before I crochet, I ensure that all my household duties are done, that dinner is made, etc. My boyfriend works part-time from home, and when he's not working he's playing games. Just getting him to clean the bathroom once a week is a task in itself. He's fuming with me now and saying I'm attacking him and asking if I just want him to stop doing what makes him happy. I said that's not the case at all. Then he said that I'm just angry with him because he gets to work from home? Also not the case. I work in a brain rehabilitation unit. I've always enjoyed my job and obviously it's not a career where I can just work from home. I called him a hypocrite with how he's trying to tell me off for doing something too much when he himself can't even get basic chores done. Now he's got the huff with me and anytime I try to make conversation he cusses me out lol. Am I the butthole for calling him a hypocrite? Was asked to include this comment to why he came up to me in the first place about this. I probably should have mentioned his reasoning. The reason I mentioned the chores is because that's what he told me I should be doing more of. He said instead of spending time on the crocheting, I could be using that time to do more impactful and useful things, like I could be cleaning up more, or doing more laundry, or finding more fun dishes to make. I'm Polish and predominantly cook Polish food. He's never been very on board with that. Not the butthole. He has a lot more free time than you but barely gets any house chores done, spends more time on his hobby, and criticizes you for having something you enjoy that helps you cope with anxiety? Tell me up, why are you with him? We've been together for a long time. He was my first boyfriend when I moved here to the UK from Poland, and he let me stay with him when I needed a place. I'm generally happy in this relationship. I don't at all mind cleaning and cooking as I am used to it, but there are just a few things that we disagree on, and this is one of them clearly. Not sure why my comment is being disliked. Apologies if I said something wrong. He should not be cursing you out. Ever. Seriously, that is a huge red flag / user my BMthea, do not ignore that please. I've seen too many friends and family deal with crap like this, it just makes my blood boil. Not the butthole by the way, Reddit link. Op should tell him to go kick rocks and live her best life as a happy hooker. I love this so much. But seriously, I go through spells where I knit or weave a lot. My hubby understands it helps with my anxiety, and he is supportive. He even bought me a new loom, like a serious big girl loom, for Christmas. Chores should be done by both people who live in the house, make the messes, and eat the food. Also, what is wrong with his taste buds? Polish food is delicious. I get ya. I go through spells of embroidery. Some days, I'll finish a project in a day and other it might take a month. But before this I make sure studies are done, I make sure to help my mum. My embroidery calms me, as it is something I touch and remind myself that it is something I made. Wish I can do the same for Code. He wants her to be a housemaid and do all the chores. He is an ass and a half. Original poster, please don't leave your hobby and stop cooking for him. You are his girlfriend and not a maid. Put your foot down. Tell him if he doesn't do his chores then he doesn't get dinner, works on kids, might work on Op's boyfriend. He seems like a kid who is throwing a tantrum for being called out. Op commented below that she met him at 17 and started dating when she was 18. He was 25 then. Edit, he is 31 now and original poster is 23. Oh cool, nothing effing creepy about that. Yes. Reminds me of this old lady who said about chores, if you don't plan to do something forever, don't start with it. It becomes a lot worse with children, and changing such stuff is almost impossible. My father is a narcissist who has spent his entire time married to my mom doing just this. She does everything, and anytime she asks him to do more around the house, i.e. anything at all, he literally screams at her, stamps his feet, and plays victim. She doesn't ask anymore, and she's also incredibly unhappy in her marriage. Not the butthole. Blows my mind how accepting people are of the fact they are being cursed at by their significant other. That crap ain't normal. He took you in because you fill the roles of maid, sex toy and punching bag without complaint. You are happy because you've normalized just how badly he mistreats you. Adding for visibility, boyfriend is 31 and original poster is 23 and you've been together for years. He is an adult pursued a teenager precisely for your naivete and lack of experience. A teenager in a foreign country completely reliant on him, the ideal target for an emotionally and verbally abusive person. Honestly, this is how it sounds to me. Original poster is not the butthole but really needs to evaluate the situation and decide where to go from here. I agree. She's NTA, and he sounds like a real piece of work. I hate the constant dump him original poster posts, but this one calls for some serious re-examination on her part. She sounds like a great woman, and deserves to be treated so much better. There's someone out there that will cook and clean with you, and then hang your amazing crochet work on the walls because he loves it so much. This is one of those situations where I'd love to see the original poster move on and find that great guy. Equal labor is a pretty basic expectation in 2021. Sincerely, a guy who cooks, cleans, works, raises our kids, and loves all of my wife's hobbies. Even the ones with funny-looking results. If my granddad could figure out cooking, cleaning and supporting my grandmother's career and hobbies in the 1950s after growing up in a country that wrote misogyny into the law, then this dude has no excuse. I mean, happy couples rarely write into "Am I the butthole?" because their level of butthole can be dealt with by apologizing, which happens without a prolonged series of arguments. Yeah, it isn't normal to have your partner cuss you out when you try to talk to them after what should have been a minor disagreement. That's very disrespectful and hurtful, and if this is how he regularly behaves, I would say he's emotionally/verbally abusive too. Let's lay this out very logically because there's a lot of red flags here. Op works full-time, but does all of the household duties, cooking, cleaning, and taking care of pets. BF works part-time and can't hardly be bothered to clean the bathroom once in a while. He criticized her, saying she wastes too much time on her hobby and should be doing more productive things, like more housework and cooking that pleases him. Raised eyebrow. When she questioned his reasoning and the fairness of that, he got angry and now verbally abuses her when she attempts conversation. So Op, are you really satisfied with this relationship? Or do you feel you owe him for taking you in when you were a new immigrant? Because this is not an equal partnership. He is taking advantage of you. NTA, of course, but you have a lot to think about. Nicely put. Op, not only do you make certain to do at least your share of the chores and house upkeep, though let's be honest, it sounds like you do all of it, before you engage in your hobby. You've said it's a way to cope with anxiety. And he wants you to stop doing something that you enjoy and help with your mental health. This is not a healthy relationship. There is no balance whatsoever. In your place, I would seriously reconsider what I was getting out of the relationship and if it was worth the severe inequity that is present. Not the butthole, and really dump him on the curbside. Let some other woman play mother, maid, and etc. etc. You forgot that she mentioned her really bad anxiety is the reason she likes to crochet. Why does she have the anxiety? You make a really good point about that. I didn't mention it because I was more focused on the things that he is doing, but he's trying to take away the thing that helps her soothe her anxiety on top of all that. This is a man who thinks women exist to cater to men and he does not deserve a partner at all, never mind someone as great as Op. Seriously, how is crocheting not productive? She's literally producing things from yarn. Not to mention the age gap and how old they were when they started dating. He's 31 and she's 25, and they've been dating for 7 years. A normal 24-year-old man doesn't go for a 17 to 18-year-old girl. My whole family comes from Poland, and I was born in Canada. I'm the only one. This sort of thing is absolutely normalized in Poland still. They're in the stage of women have equal rights to go have a career and work, but they're also expected to clean and cook and take care of the kids at the same time. Whenever holidays come around, all the women in my family hate them and are exhausted. The men love them. Because the women are cleaning, cooking, taking care of kids, etc., and putting together this whole celebration while the guys hang out and drink beers and complain that the big elaborate dinner is late. They don't even watch the kids while the women are preparing the feast and cleaning and decorating and all that. I have 3 male cousins, the older 2 have like 5 kids between them, and I wouldn't be surprised at all if they don't even change diapers. Their wives have full-time jobs, too. So yeah. If original poster is from Poland, she likely grew up around this and just accepts it as normal and doesn't see it as a massive red flag like the rest of us do. Poland is extremely conservative, banning abortions, anti-LGBT, extremely religious, etc., and their values are very traditional, so this sort of thing is totally normal. The internet is helping a lot. Poland has been having public demonstrations for days about the abortion ban. People are starting to see what women in other countries have, and they're angry and want it too. You're being downvoted because people don't agree with your comment. I understand that he was your first boyfriend in the UK and he helped you when you needed it. But it seems like you're just staying with him out of convenience. He doesn't do chores. He games all day and gets mad at you for doing something you enjoy. Wants you to do more chores on top of everything, when he does nothing. Wants you to cook fun meals when he doesn't cook anything. Comes to bed late and gets up early and doesn't watch the movies from the poster that you got to do something fun with him. He is a hypocrite. When he is called out, he knows he is wrong but he just doubles down. Now he's cussing you out for no reason. As user Limitless Megan pointed out, he plays mind games like asking do you want him to stop doing the thing that makes him happy and an argument about him demanding you stop doing the thing that makes you happy. You can do a lot better. Edit. Thanks for all of the awards. Reddit link. He plays mind games like asking do you want him to stop doing the thing that makes him happy and an argument about him demanding you stop doing the thing that makes you happy. This needs more attention. Otherwise, he just sounds like a whiny, entitled loser. But this is gaslighting, i.e., he's trying to manipulate you. I'm not saying he has some kind of master plan to control you, but that's rarely how manipulation works. Mind games is exactly right. No one should treat you that way. I know, we don't know him, we don't know you. But please listen to what people here are saying. You sound like someone who has so much to offer in a relationship, and you're getting so little in return. It's not just that it seems you do everything in this relationship, cooking, cleaning, and taking care of things, in addition to a full-time job. It's that even though you are obviously doing much, much more than him, he's still unsatisfied, unappreciative, and mean. It's manipulation, but it isn't gaslighting. Gaslighting is a very specific behavior wherein the abuser tries to make the victim doubt their own perceptions to make them confused and unable to rely on their own judgment. What Op's boyfriend is doing here is just plain old cat-ass manipulation. By turning the argument around on her, he's basically using Darvo. Labeling every type of manipulation gaslighting is one of the things I hate about this sub. Gaslighting is a type of manipulation, yes, but it's only one type and it is almost never actually present in this sub. Yeah, I try to correct it where I see it. Words have meaning. And when it is present, it's much more yikes than standard manipulation. Gaslighting is especially insidious and dangerous and hints at a deeper, more evil person. Diluting the meaning takes away the impact of what it really is. And it needs to be considered more serious and dangerous than just playing on emotions or telling average lies. Kind of like how all thumbs are fingers but not all fingers are thumbs. Not the butthole. I'm sorry a great person like you has such a subpar partner. You deserve so much better. Please read these comments about why you're NTA. Because you are not the one in the wrong. For those of you reading the comments and are realizing that her partner's manipulative behavior sounds like your partner, please consider what we are all saying to Op. Stop. Manipulation is not gaslighting. If original poster just started dating this guy and he treated her like this, she'd be out of the relationship in a flash. It makes me sad to hear of people staying with partners just because they've been together for so long, as if time invested matters more than being treated poorly. Boyfriend sounds like he's upset because he thinks of original poster as a maid versus someone he loves and cherishes. He's mad the maid isn't utilizing her time wisely, as if she's on the clock and she is taking advantage of him. Of course, in that scenario, it would be absurd to compare her hobby to his, as he is the boss and can use his spare time as he wishes. I hope original poster can see she is worth more than being treated like this. Yeah, I think they call it the sunk cost fallacy. He's probably just worried because we all know crocheting is a gateway craft. You think you're going to make a blanket or two, then it's a doily for every surface and a cover for every appliance and tissue box. It's all fun and games until you both end up in head-to-toe crocheted matching outfits. It's a slippery slope from hobby to addiction. Not the butthole. Haha, that made me laugh. It's true. It sounds like you're in an abusive relationship. 100%, not the butthole, and the way your significant other speaks to you makes me really sad. I am also an avid crocheter, and at the end of the day, when baby is asleep and my husband and I are done tidying up what we have the energy to, we unwind for the day and I crochet for a while. But husband is right next to me, either playing a video game of his own or watching a movie or TV with me, or just doing something else somewhere else, because that's good too. It sounds like he's just trying to redirect you to do more things that benefit him too, instead of letting you have the me time you need. Maybe you're mostly happy/content in your relationship, but this conversation should really give you an idea of what kind of person he is, and I would try and find someone who will appreciate you better, or try couples counseling at the very least. The only person in my life that is allowed to think I'm the butthole for crocheting is the dog. Because I keep having to tell her to get off my work, smiley face. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube and share them with your friends. We welcome your comments below. Press to start another of our videos.